Jumped in, go up here, start trying to get some hits in. Got the shift oil hooked back up. Transmission's fixed. We hope. Oh man, other than that, feels good to be out here. We're gonna get after it.
Good look.
All right, guys, we're back here in the staging lanes. See, we got a little bit of a wait. Last pass wasn't bad. Wasn't my best. Wasn't my worst. 60 was down, so the time was bad. The DA's dropped a few hundred feet since we've been waiting, and it's getting a little cooler. So we bumped the RPM up 100. We ramped in the boost a little bit more, just a little faster, like not even half a second. So whether or not it'll make a difference or not, I don't know. So we're gonna give this one, if it runs good, if it makes a number, we may run one more if it's not too crowded or too crazy. Otherwise, we're gonna pull the plug and go. But let's get past this one first.
What's the excuse? Why did he lift? What are we thinking?
Scared.
Got scared? Did he get scared?
He got scared.
Oh shit, we're finna find out. Let's see what happened. What happened? Really?
Yeah, it almost sounded like it blew a head gasket.
Oh shit.
But it usually would lap them.
Just suck it. It was on a pass.
Oh yeah, it freaking felt good.
Did you get a 60 front at least?
Yeah.
330?
Huh?
Did you get a 330?
No, I think you got to it. Oh yeah, it was a 320, 330. Okay guys, we had a little mishap, kind of like it sounded like I had a boost cut or something. I don't know if this is my radiator cap or what. Like I said, it ran back fine, and that's the only thing that I can think is that possibly that if those are 1/2-inch head studs, it wouldn't have lifted a freaking head.
You wouldn't think.
No, I mean, like I said, that was just 30 pounds, 31 pounds. They did that all day long on the others. Like I said, it sounded like a coupler blew, but all right guys, we're gonna start it up, check it out, and see what happens. Sounds All right, guys, back at the house. We made a couple more passes last night, as you saw. Still kept having that same issue where it was almost like it was, I don't want to say blowing out spark, because all of the problems I've had before with blowing out spark. Never had that on this motor though, or this setup. But what we ended up having is I sent the logs over to Josh and had him look at them, go through them, because I couldn't see anything with my knowledge of it to know what was going on with it. And he noticed that it was losing crank and cam sensor signal. So I went ahead and bought two new, a new cam sensor, a new crank sensor. They were new when I put this motor in here, and the odds of them going out are, slim to none. And the odds that they were both going out at the exact same time led us to believe that it was more probably a harness issue or a wiring issue. And lo and behold, back here behind the motor, see if I can get some light on it here. You can see my harness right down there behind where all that runs there. Well, I guess right down there in the firewall, I wouldn't say I guess right down there in the firewall, right down there in the firewall, I started thumbing around and moving the harness, because that's the only thing that I saw something, everything going up here, nothing had burnt a wire on the header, nothing had gotten pinched, back in the back of the motor, we put the training back in, there was nothing like that. Changed the sensors out, the end plugs were fine, nothing was broke, nothing was frayed or anything like that. And I just followed the harness back, and I happened to find there's a screw coming up through the bottom of the firewall, probably from something I've got mounted from the inside, and it was just enough that it was poking into the back of the harness. So oddly enough, I guess what it was is it was hitting that and grounding out, because it was not a specific RPM issue. It would run down the track, it may do it halfway down, it may do it on the launch. It seemed to get worse as the night went on, like it was closer, like when the car would come back down or something like that. So it was under G-force load is what it was. So I guess it was just when it would come back or move, it would hit that screw and ground out. So we're hoping, I'm saying that's what the problem is. We're hoping that's what it is. At least that's a problem that I found. It's fixed now. Both the sensors are replaced. They were warranted anyway, so it didn't cost anything. Started up out in the driveway, got up on boost, moved the harness around. As it was running, no issues at all. So, we're gonna roll with it, take it back out the track. We got a race coming up, the radio roundup we're gonna go to. That'll be our first time with it. So hopefully we'll go out there, everything works great, makes a pass, rock and roll. So that's the plan. So for right now, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. We'll catch you guys in the next one.